Hi, it's Patsy. So I've popped on today to do a reading. Last evening I was watching a video by someone I'm subscribed to called Amanda Ellis, who was doing a reading on the coronavirus in the UK. I think she also done one on Italy too, 2 weeks ahead and 4 weeks ahead. So this morning I thought I would pull a few cards and see if the same sort of cards came up for me as they did her, to see if the energy I was feeling was the same energy that she was picking up on. So I thought I'd pop on and share it with you. And like I said, I only asked for the UK, so this would be not including all the other countries who are suffering at the moment, but local to me, the UK. I'm using the Shadowscapes because I'm really enjoying working with that at the minute. It's a gorgeous deck, I'm really loving it. So I'm using the Shadowscapes, and even though I'm sort of the questions are for 2 weeks and 4 weeks ahead, the timing isn't always, going to be dead on 2 weeks or dead on 4 weeks. Normally when I do my readings for the future, I will say to whether I'm doing for other people or for myself. It could be anything up to 3 months, but my readings doesn't tend to go over 3 months unless I specifically ask for over 3 months. Now, you must remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. What I am saying is just what I am feeling from the cards. Other people may see things differently, and I'm only picking up on what the energies are giving out at the moment. So keep that in mind as you listen to this video. So the first question that I asked was, what is the situation around the UK at the moment with the coronavirus? And I got the Ten of Swords, which I think is pretty apt for how we're all feeling at the minute. That Ten of Swords is that feeling of can't take anymore, going through so much, feeling totally deflated. And I always see the swords as well as that mental energy as well. So to me, everybody is at this position where their anxieties are probably really starting to kick in and take over, especially with all the media reports on the virus and everything what's going around. But we've got the Ten of Swords for the energy around us at the moment, and I think most people can kind of understand where this Ten of Swords is coming from, because I think a lot of us do feel totally deflated by what's going on, and totally worried and scared even in some cases, and there's a lot of fear about with this, and sadly there is people who are losing their loved ones because of this virus. So I think the Ten of Swords is pretty apt for what the energy around us in the UK is at the minute. So the next question I asked was, where will we be in 2 weeks time, taking in mind it's not going to probably be specifically 2 weeks. And we got the Six of Swords, which I was really pleased to see, because this to me is the energies moving away into smoother waters. So it's not going to be over, not by any imagination, it's not going to be over. But what it's telling us is that within the coming weeks, we will reach that graph, what they're talking about, and start coming out of the other side. We will reach the peak and things will start to gradually move back into smoother waters. And though it will still be obviously around, it won't be as bad as we've been experiencing or about to finish experience as we reach that curve in the graphs. So this was good to see that we're reaching that graph and moving away from that energy. And like I said, even though it won't be over, it's certainly moving in the right direction. So then I asked, what, will it be like here in the UK in 4 weeks? Again, keeping in mind that it could be up to 3 months with readings I do. And I was glad to see that we got the Fool. So there's new energy coming in, which gives us the chance of a fresh new start, and getting back out there and enjoying life again, and you know, moving forwards with this new energy, what's coming in. So I was really pleased to say that. And actually, you know, this is the kind of messages that Amanda was getting with her cards last night as well. So it was nice to see that at least two of us are getting the same kind of energy. I haven't seen any more, so I don't know what other people are picking up. But these cards are certainly on par with the kind of cards that Amanda was getting, or the kind of messages she was getting, even though not the same cards. So then I asked what will come after, you know, the way forward after, you know, it had passed. And 3 cards come out. And the first one was the Page of Wands, which, you know, tells me that there'll be a lot of energy and passion involved in moving forward. You know, it's the page, so it's new excitement, it's a new beginning for many people, and a new way of, you know, of moving forwards, and that excitement and that passion, you know, to get things done and to do things. And then we was also given the Hermit and also the Two of Swords. So I do think, though, everybody is going to be eager and passionate to get back out there and do things, I think there's going to be a lot of soul searching going on, a lot of decisions having to be made, and not easy ones either, and a lot of people probably will even still find that they would, you know, are staying more isolated than what they would have done previous to this, you know, previous to this virus. I think a lot of people are going to choose still to kind of be more isolated than what they would have been in the past. And I think a lot of people will be doing a lot of soul searching and facing difficult decisions that probably they wouldn't have had to have faced before the virus. But then, you know, once that this wave has passed, they will be making a lot of these decisions. So that is what I'm kind of feeling, that the energy after this virus is passed through will be going on in the UK. So then I asked, because a lot of people have been talking, there will be a second wave of this virus. So I asked, will we be experiencing a second wave of the virus in the UK? And I got the 3 cards. So we've got the Queen of Wands, we have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 7 of Wands. So yes, I do think that there will be a second wave. And I think it's going to bring another wave of heartache for some people, disappointment, I think, to a lot of people too, because I don't think they will expect to see a second wave of it, though viruses usually do have a second wave. But yeah, I do think there will be. And with the colours that I'm getting, I do feel that it's going to be around the autumn time. There's lots of oranges and autumny colours in these. So I do think that we will be experiencing it. But we will overcome it. The 7 of Wands, you know, we will overcome it. Just like we do the first wave, we will overcome the second wave too. But I do get a feeling it's going to be the autumn. So I asked for an overall card for the situation, what's going on and what's to come, what have you after the virus, and we got the Hierophant. So to me, the Hierophant is lessons are going to be learned. A lot of lessons are going to be learned. A lot of the Hierophant to me is also to do with having to take notice of authority and listening to higher advice and that kind of thing. And I think, you know, this is obviously true. We've had to listen to a lot of advice, and there's more to come, and doing what we're told and keeping, you know, to what they're telling us we should be keeping to. But there's going to be an awful lot of lessons learned from this that we can take away from this and to use at a later date. And I do think with this virus coming back in the autumn as we're getting here, I do think that a lot of lessons learned from this first wave does indicate to me that we will be in a better place to deal with the second wave, even if there isn't a cure or some kind of jab for it by then. But I think we will be in a much better place to have learned from this first wave to, you know, put in place ready if there is a second wave, as the cards do indicate. So that is the cards that I pulled, and very similar, like I say, in its messages as Amanda did. I will try and link hers below, so because I know she's also going to be doing other countries as well. I believe yesterday she's done Italy and the UK, and I think she's going to be doing America and other places too. So that might be of interest to some of you. And like I said, from what I've got and from what Amanda got, the coming weeks will bring an improvement, and we will see the other side of this virus. Things will be different afterwards for a lot of people, and sadly there will be a second wave, I believe the autumn, but again we'll overcome that as well, and there's going to be a lot of changes made in our worldwide, and for the better, I believe. So we will all get there. So just keep that in mind when we're starting to feel like the Ten of Swords. We will get there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.